Hello. Can you hear me, Pam?
So yes, I can hear you.
Oh, great. You can keep your video on. It appears that everybody is late. And that's
Oh, okay.
usually what happens. About 100 people signed up for this challenge. And on the first day, there's like almost full attendance. I like still not almost full because most of the people did not come. And then, by the end of it, people lose momentum. Hey, nice to
Yeah.
see you. You're a
Nice to see
celebrity.
you.
You are
Well,
so awesome. You're the
thank
celebrity
you.
here because
Thank you. I really like your program. I was a little under the weather today, but I wanted to sign in anyway. And
Mhm.
I just wonder if it's the time that, of course, I'm on the East Coast,
Mhm.
so that's like 1:30 on a Sunday. But I'm sure there's just no convenient time that everybody can,
But I
you know.
usually see it, and also my coaches who does these sort of things, they also say that when it comes to goal setting and when it comes to commitment, on the first everybody's all fired up. I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
do it. I'm going to do it, and by the end of it, it's just kind of lose momentum.
Nothing. Yeah, yeah. I think that's very normal. Good. Then maybe I can ask you a few questions while we're
Yeah,
waiting on people.
sure. Go ahead, please. Of course.
Okay. Um, I think I've done really well on everything except for the intermittent fasting. Hold on, let me turn my TV down too. Um, I've really kind of struggled with it, and I think that's also why some people, like if they don't do something 100%, then they feel like they
Mm,
shouldn't keep participating.
mhm.
And that's one thing that I'm trying to work on is you don't ever do anything 100%.
Yeah.
So to not stop participating just because
Mhm.
everything every day is not working. So,
Mhm.
but I found the things that I was doing on the intermittent fasting, like sometimes the schedule is like, okay, if I wanted to do it between like 9 and 5, then
Mhm.
it's like, oh no, I've got to go out to dinner with so and so at
Mhm.
7 on this night.
Mhm.
So how do you work those kind of things?
Okay. Basically, it's usually good to have a real consistent timing so that
Mm-hmm.
you're always prepared. Your body gets prepared for it. And since this is just a 21 days challenge, that's basically the best we could do is just to just put it all out there that you need to do it for 21 days. And what, as you said, this is what happens especially with fitness, because fitness requires a lot of effort. Losing weight requires a lot of effort, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
motivation. So
Yes.
yeah, most people usually lose the momentum. And on, like, even outside this challenge, what happens with most people is what you're saying, maybe I should just go out with friends today, maybe I could just give myself a little break today. So this is the problem which people face when they're doing any kind of fitness programs. So what I'm going to do and what I'm going to show you today actually is how to be consistent to it in a long term process, like not just in 21 days but after the 21 days. So
Okay.
basically when you're doing it on a regular basis, if you're doing intermittent fasting or any form of dieting, you need to have at least one cheat day, because let's face it, we're in this world to enjoy life, to have
Mm-hmm.
good times, to enjoy food. So when we
Right.
deprive ourselves from that right, we don't feel contentment. We feel depressed, right, that I'm not being able to have my favorite food again. When we go out, everybody's having something and I need to order the salad or something.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with water. Yeah.
So that's really hard. So why you need to do any form of dieting or just healthy eating could also be a better option. More plant-based diet, try to lower your carbs intake, and a keto diet is also an option. You could try that, but a lot of people find it really good, but there are also pros and cons of everything. So the
Right.
problem with keto diet is that people with any kind of kidney problem should definitely not do it. In fact, someone in India died from it. What it does is that it has a lot of protein intake. At a certain level, if a certain person's kidneys are not good, they cannot function, they cannot filter out all that protein. So before any kind of diet, of course, you need to talk to your doctor. But more or
Mm-hmm.
less, everything is safe, as long as you will at one point you will get to know what your body wants right now. The problem is that we have a lot of addictive food out there. Okay, someone just joined. Just a second, please. That's two of us.
Yay!
Hey, Linda, please, you can put your video out. It's just us three today so far. So as I was saying, well, the problem with eating, or the problem with our lifestyle today, is that everything is too convenient, right? It's too convenient. It's so easy to just pick up anything, to pick up that burger, that mac and cheese, and that's why we need to do some form of discipline so that our body gets readjusted to what we really want, not what the advertisement shows, not what our friends say, not what, because that's what they do. The restaurant owners, KFC, McDonald's, Starbucks, they want to pull you in. They want you to keep on having their product so that you keep on going there because you're a customer of that. But you need to know that, no, I'm going to have it this week once, and after that, I'm not going to have it for like 10 days. You need to be able to understand that when and how to balance it out. And for that, going through some kind of program, some kind of disciplinary system. It could be an intermittent fasting for 21 days. It could be just avoiding carbohydrates, excessive carbohydrates, not all carbohydrates, of course, we need carbs as well, or just going plant-based, or just making sure of what you're eating. Because if you're, for example, if you're finding intermittent fasting too difficult, what you could do, that you could have one meal of all raw plants or all boiled vegetables, because that's also not going to hamper your diet, but it's also going to add nutrition to your menu. So the main reason behind any kind of fasting or any kind of intermittent fasting, or a lot of people does it for religious purpose as well, is to have a total detox of the body. So on the first few days, you're going to experience some discomfort, and slowly your body is going to accept this new system. And your tongue is also going to get a detox. It's going to forget all those, my cat is there. It's going to forget. It's going to forget all those highly addictive tastes and all that. What I notice usually after any kind of fasting, I see that everything tastes better. The tomato tastes better, the carrot tastes better, right? And what happens when you're too addicted to any kind of food is that we kind of lose that raw taste. So if you're finding it really hard, I would suggest that you can do it for as many days as you're comfortable. And when you're not comfortable, have a meal, have a light meal, have something like really healthy, perhaps sauteed or boiled vegetables for dinner, and then something else for breakfast. Okay. And slowly you're going to get, it's all about, just readjusting that feeling of inside us, of the mechanism that works with this being like kind of corrupted by outward influence.
Yes, okay. I definitely did. I think one big advantage that I've seen with the intermittent fasting is I actually, when I get hungry a little bit, when it's, when I go the 16 hours without eating, but then I also get full very fast because I'm more in tuned to what my stomach's feeling when I'm eating. And I think in the first week, I had one day where I was so hungry when it was time to eat again, that then I just way overate in that first meal, and I was really miserable. So I did some research, and I think maybe, for me, instead of doing the 16 hours, cutting back to 14 hours and having a 10-hour window and a 16-hour window. Wait, does that work? 14-hour window. That's okay too. Okay. So I think that might, and then maybe 3 smaller meals, and then I wouldn't try to eat so much because I had that mentality, and I'm sure everybody does at first. Oh, I'm not going to be able to eat for 16 hours. I got to eat everything I possibly can, which you don't. You don't. So I got a little back on track, but off track, but I want to get back on track and continue it because I think there's a lot of value to this program.
Awesome. Yes. You're doing absolutely phenomenal, because I'm getting the feedback, and I'm also getting to see that, yeah, you're feeling that change, you're feeling that something's happening inside me, my body is reacting differently. And that's exactly what I wanted you all to feel. Because I have a lot of messages. Do I really need to cut off sugar for 21 days? What about my coffee? What about this? And I say that, it seems like a really big deal right now. But after 21 days, when your body gets readjusted, you're going to feel like, okay, I don't need it that much. And after that, you can actually have it. It's not like never have it. Have it in a proportion, in a due proportion.
Mhm.
By that time, your body will understand that how much do I need and how much should I keep. Also, I would suggest that what happens with any kind of dieting is that we really go into this guilt trips. Oh my God, why did I eat so much? So what happens is that on the first session, what I said, it's all about the self-image we have. Whenever we go on these guilt trips, what happens in our mind, it triggers it. Now I'm going to go so fat. And,
Mhm.
even if it's like nothing, even if it's just more than we eat usually. But in our
Mhm.
mind, we constantly reaffirm that, okay, now I'm going to gain weight, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. And usually, if you believe in the law of attraction, that's what we attract. So if you somehow, end up eating too much on any day, instead of going on the guilt trip, like try to rephrase that situation. Try to think that, okay, for now, maybe that's what my body required. That's why perhaps I have eaten too much and I feel really good after that meal. Perhaps I'm going to go for an extra walk. Perhaps I'm going to walk and just cut it all out if I have to. Just try to what should I say? Rephrase it in your mind, rephrase it in your belief system that nothing's going to happen, so that you do not go on that guilt trip. Rather, you feel grateful for that extra food as well. That, wow, I feel so good. After a long time, I had this. Right now, I probably will go and do some more exercise, or I'm going to dance, or I'm going to do some walking. Or perhaps I don't even need to because it's just a 1 day thing, right? And on 1 day nobody's going to go like super fat or anything, right? So you need to just talk yourself out of it when you're going there, and then on the next day just go back on track and do your everything.
Mhm. Perfect, because that's what I said, and I think that's why people drop out too, is that
Mhm.
they think, oh, okay, I made a mistake, or I didn't do it exactly right, so I
Mhm.
can't come to the group and admit that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I said, nope, I'm going to come to the group. I got off fasting. I didn't eat the sugar. That one, once you get off sugar, that's a lot easier. And then
Yes.
you bite something like an apple and it's so incredibly sweet.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's like,
Yes.
I don't need sugar. I've got that apple. But when you're eating sugar and you eat an apple, it's not even sweet. It doesn't even taste
Exactly.
good.
Exactly. Oh my
So,
God. I'm
you
so
know,
proud of you. I feel so good that, okay, out of all
mhm.
my hundreds of students, I have no idea who's performing how. At least one person, one of them has this transformation. You're feeling that in your body, in your mindset. I also wanted to ask you both, if you want to participate, Linda, you can. You don't need to feel shy.
Yeah,
You can just
please
ask any
do.
questions if you want to. Okay, I also wanted to ask you, are you facing any difficulty with the workouts? Is it too intense or
For me, and I can't see whether Linda is. For me,
Mhm.
they're not, but I've always been an exerciser.
Oh wow.
So to me, they were really, really simple. Exercising's never really been my, why I'm not losing weight or anything. I have a dog, so I have to walk my dog all the time.
Oh
So
wow.
the workouts only take like 10-15 minutes. They're not long at all.
Exactly.
And so I find them pretty easy. I mean, sometimes you're like, okay, this is tough, but then I'm like, it's only going to be for a few minutes, so it's fine.
Mhm. Okay,
So
awesome. Oh my God.
that's how I feel.
You're an all-rounder, Pam. You're doing good in your fasting, you're doing good avoiding sugar, you're doing good with your workout.
But
Wow.
I have to say that I've done other, not this exact program, but I've been working on changing my mindset
Mhm.
for over a year. So it takes a while too. It
Mm.
doesn't happen overnight, and that
Overnight.
can get very frustrating.
Mhm.
But happening is the way to keep it permanent.
Exactly. It's like
So,
consistency creates the habit, and the habit
mhm,
creates the lifestyle. So you just need to be
yeah.
consistent with any practice, whether it be um, fixing your lifestyle, fixing your sleeping pattern, your diet, or meditation. If you want to do that with anything, the more consistent you are, it becomes a habit. And then slowly and steadily, it becomes really easy and it becomes a part of your life. And then you feel like, okay, back then I used to live a different life. You're going to feel that
Mhm,
the more you're going to go into it, the more you're going to go on your mindset training. You're going to feel like, okay, the past version of me used to get irritated about things like this, or you know you would notice the difference and you would feel a lot lighter, a lot stronger, a lot more confident. So I was actually going to say today that mindset training, it's the one thing. If you want to pick on something, like if you want to choose something, um, in comparison to everything else, wealth, health, happiness, I would ask everybody to go for mindset training, because if you have the correct mindset, you can attract money through money
mhm,
mindset. If you have the correct mindset, you will experience better relationships. If you have the correct mindset, you're going to get more consistent in your workout, you're going to go for a healthy lifestyle. So a correct mindset, like a proper mindset, can bring you all that you really ever wanted in your life. And on the other hand, a poor mindset could actually lead to lack of confidence. It could lead to lack of like self-esteem, low self-esteem. It could have
mhm.
a lot more problems. So if you want to fix like one area of your life, just the mindset training, whether it be through meditation, through reading books, through journaling, through listening to people, through coaching, or through any other platform. Just work on that consistently and you're going to see the shift in your life. And it's not going to happen overnight, of course. It's going to happen slowly, but it is going to happen. And when it happens, like in my case, I used to live like when I used to be a journalist about 2 years back. I remember being so miserable because the people I used to work with, they were kind of it was a patriarchal system, and they really didn't give
Mhm.
women that much credit. So I remember being miserable and feeling like I'm not enough, and sometimes even crying after coming home because of the things they used to say. And now I look back and I'm like, I used to be like upset over these things, and what was I even thinking? I feel the shift in myself and in my life. So congratulations, ma'am. I think you already won this 21 days challenge, although we have 7 more days left, but you have a really winning spirit and I really admire that.
Well, I want to keep going, and I'm very interested in your 6 month program,
Okay.
because I think that you know um, I'm from my work in the past, I'm really starting to make some differences, and now I think I really need
Need
to
it.
really focus in on that mindset and changing it, and then it
Awesome.
will be good. So I hope Linda will, because my answer about the exercise,
Hmm.
again, I think if I wasn't an exerciser, it might
Hmm.
be it might be challenging for somebody that's not used to doing anything.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That could be it. So this is the reason why when I'm going to do this monthly thing for 6 months, I'm adding like more fun stuff. I'm bringing a Zumba instructor, yoga, more dance workout, so that everybody gets to, really enjoy, really shake their body and don't feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, I have to work out. Some of the hard trainings will have to be there because we really need to build our muscles, our strength. We need to do that toning. But I'm going to
Hmm.
try and keep it a little more light with Zumba and some music and some dance, so that it becomes a lot more exciting. So while we're at it, do you want to go through what I have in the program? I have two. I have one for personal coaching and one for group coaching. Wait, I'm just going to share the screen. Okay. So can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one I have. Actually, I was thinking that, after the 21 days challenge, what could I do? Because one of the main reason I started it is to make fitness and mindset coaching accessible for everyone. It needs to be like really easy, and I don't want it to be like just work out and go home. go deep into your soul and all that. So
Right.
what I have been thinking and what I came up with is for 6 months, we're going to do this chakra healing, although there are 7 chakras. But I'm going to
Mhm.
kick the crown chakra out for now because that's like too deep. Okay. So on the first one, this is going to be on mastermind.com as well. The one where probably you are there as well, right? Yeah. The
Yeah.
first students who came in this batch, this is the first batch, and on December we're going to start the second batch because there are just too many people still flooding in. So you guys got the mastermind, and after that, after like the launch got over, we opened it to the public, so from there we moved into 2 different platforms for our pioneers, for our founders, Thinkific, which is like a lot more detailed. I think that has a lot more space. Which one did you find better, Thinkific or Mastermind? I think both are good on their own way, right?
I'm not. I'm confused.
Okay. Which one are you using?
Mastermind.
Okay, yeah. So Mastermind's one is more straightforward. And then after I launched Mastermind, there are a few seniors in this challenge, and they were like, okay, I'm not getting how this tech stuff works. So for them, I opened another academy, which has like everything elaborated in 80 sessions. So in Mastermind, it's like a lot more straightforward. Everything is there. And in that one, there's like, instead of 23, there's 21, there are 80, which is all, paired up after paired up, which is all one after another. So anyways, coming back to that, we are going to be on the mastermind.com because most of our students, and I also find that more easy and more comfortable. Okay. But if there are any elders who like can keep another branch of it and another one, but I think it's pretty easy, right? It's pretty convenient, mastermind.com. So what we're going to do is that on the first month, we're going to go for root chakra, and root chakra is all about survival, right? It's about the one of the things which blocks our root chakra is fear. It's basically at the base of our spine. So taking that theme, what we're going to do on the first month is going to be about root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. We're going to have a root chakra healing session, but at the same time, it's going to like denote what this is. It's going to be about gaining more strength, gaining more capabilities. And the first month, since it's the first month, is going to be a bit harder than the other months. And then we have the sacral chakra, which is like just above the root chakra. It's about creativity, sexuality. So on this month, on the second month, we're going to go more for creative movement, dancing, a little bit more sensual stuff, to just loosen up in our body. On the third month, we're going to go for the solar plexus. And on the fourth month, we're going to go on the heart chakra. On the fifth month, we're going to go for the throat chakra. And there's going to be a theme based on it. We're also going to do the healing of all of it, healing of heart chakra, healing of throat chakra, healing of third eye. Although third eye opening can be a bit too intense, so I'm going to keep it like really light and soft. So basically, the 6 months will be after the 6 chakras, and it's also going to be there's going to be a segment on healing it, but it's also going to be like denoting the entire month. For example, heart chakra, we're going to do more softer things. We're going to be doing more meditation, going more into our soul, doing more creative movement that incorporates a lot more emotion. And on the throat chakra, we're going to be using mantras in our yoga sessions, for since it is the throat chakra after all. We're going to do some sound therapy. So, and this way we're going to be like unraveling our body's potential and also going up the chakra. And I kind of stop at the crown chakra because I feel like it's too intense. But who knows, if it's like, if people really want it, probably I'm going to create something. But for now, we have 6 months because I don't want to complicate it too much, because people who are not familiar with chakras, they're going to be like, what on earth is this? I just want to keep it like really simple. And every month there's going to be Zumba, there's going to be yoga, there's going to be dance, there's going to be HIIT, cardio. There's going to be 4 Zoom sessions in the academy. It's going to be group calls as well. And it's going to be, all of it is going to be $47 per month. So I can give you the link right now. Just a second.
That is super reasonable.
I know. That was my my main goal. I want to make it like really accessible and affordable so that everybody can be a part of it, so that
Yeah.
everybody can join. And I want to create like a difference in as many people's lives as I can through this, who especially
I
who
love
need
that.
it. Thank you
I
so much.
I can tell you I'm signing up. So
Thank you so much. Okay, I think we are just only two participants right now. But if this keeps up, I think I'm going to give up on it, because seriously, even right now, my phone is buzzing. There are just people pouring into the challenge. So I created another session for them. And afterwards, they're just, where did they go? People lose momentum so easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that on the first one, I mean, because there was almost no charge to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think because people didn't, and and I hope this isn't the reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think whether they invested $10 or they invested 100, that
Mm-hmm.
somewhat it would be the same
Mm-hmm.
results. Because if
That's
you're not
true.
really committed to it, you're not going to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think that
That's
some
true.
people might give up easier because there's not much,
Exactly.
you
I was
know.
also thinking that, and I was talking to one of my coaches the other day, and I was telling him that, I want to help everybody. I want to help all the people out there. So I don't want to charge too much. And then he told me that, Nusrat, you need to charge a lot, because when you do not, when you make everything free and available for everybody, they're not going to take it
Mhm.
seriously. And I think
Right.
I'm finding that, I'm finding that
Yeah.
it doesn't go for everyone. For example, you are going to be committed. It doesn't matter who your instructor is, it doesn't matter where you are, you have that spirit. So that's pretty cool. And that's another reason I created another one. I created my signature coaching. Okay, this is something I'm going to do it for only 6 months. Again, I have to like invest a lot of time and effort into it. What I'm going to do here is that I'm going to do a private session with the student. And this is only going to be for women, and this is only going to be for a limited amount of women. I'm going to assign them a personal trainer, and I'm going to help them with like create customized workouts for them. For example, the student who needs a little bit more of weight loss, or easier exercises, who may be a little bit more obese and cannot keep up with the group exercises. I'm going to assign a personal trainer for her, and I'm going to create exercises that fit her requirements. Then I'm going to create another customized plan for her diet, and I'm going to create meditations and everything for these selected women. And this is also going to be for the 6 months challenge. They will have access to the academy, which is on Mastermind, and at the same time, they will also be able to talk to me, communicate with me, share their problems with me in my private coaching. So this thing I decided to do after I had done like, besides this challenge, I do like more stuff which is kind of for free as well. And I've seen that in most group sessions, some women cannot really open themselves up. They want to say about their personal life and other things, which is not always possible in a group coaching. So for
Right.
that reason, I kind of just separated it. And this is
Yeah.
another thing. And this is going to be $250 per month, because I'm going to have to put in a lot of effort behind this. And this is only for the founding members of this challenge. And afterwards,
Mhm.
if I take students, it will be at a normal rate. Wait, I'm going to show you.
You said 250, right?
Yeah, 250
Yeah.
per.
I still think that's a reasonable price.
And I made it even less. Okay, so 250 would be for 6 months, is going to be 1500. So
Hmm.
for my students who really need it, for only 3 women, I'm going to offer a scholarship, and I'm going to make it 997 for 6 months. Okay, so
Wow.
that anybody who really needs it but finds it really difficult to get access to things like this, they can still get access to it. But again, like I said, I have to really do a lot of work on the background, hire instructors, give my own personal time and thing. So this is only going to be
Yeah.
for 3 women. And after that, whoever gets in, they will have to pay the 250 per month and so on. And after
Right.
that, after this batch closes, after like basically all of you are like my family right now, and I really don't feel like, I want to make it as convenient as I can for you all. And after this batch closes, I'm going to like close all these, and I'm going to start like my proper coaching, which is going to be probably 997 per month because I invest a lot of time and a lot of
Right.
resources into it, right? But
Mhm.
for few women, I want to do this and I want to give the scholarship and I want to encourage women. I really want to change people's lives, especially the women who are struggling. I know, how it feels, not just obesity, not just with weight. Uh, while shape is one thing, it really affects different areas of their lives, their relationships, their husband or their spouse could be demotivating them, their parents or their friends could be bullying
Mhm.
them. And this is the kind of change I want. And I want them to understand people really give up too soon. Like you said earlier, they think
Mhm.
that, okay, perhaps I can do one exercise or one diet. I'm going to give up right now. And I want them to know that, no, 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 you have to keep pushing it. Don't go down that guilt trip. You have to keep pushing it. And for 6 months, I'm going to give it like my all and everything. And these women are going to come out as really independent, confident, in shape women who's going to have a completely different life. And that's basically my goal right now.
Uh,
So
I I think it's just this platform is so needed. I mean, and there's a lot of coaches and a lot of stuff out there, but I can hear your heart is in it, and it's so needed because women really suffer from low self-esteem and
mhm,
weight issues and
mhm.
everything else, and unnecessarily, just because we haven't been taught the right way to think and change, and we're not all going to be models what we see
Yeah.
on,
Hmm. It's kind of
I
fake.
just I applaud you so much. I'm so glad I found this.
Yeah.
I just happened to be reading something and I saw it and I'm like, okay, yeah. But no, I'm interested. I want to look into both of them. I'm not sure which one, but I'm very interested.
Okay, I'll send you the links. I'll send everybody the links. Don't worry, and you can take your time and think about it. Also, what you were saying, I really want to highlight that point that, especially for women, weight is a factor for both men and women, but our society is kind of
Mhm.
judgmental towards women. And they have all these standards of beauty, you have to be impeccable, you have to have those curves and, that zero
Mhm.
figure. And it's not really necessary, especially women of any age. And also, it's never impossible. Even, what? Nobody needs a trainer, nobody needs a coach. They can, if they have the willpower and they really drive themselves to it, if they really like commit themselves to it for a number of days, if they're consistent, they're definitely going to get that transformation. And it's not going to be just a physical transformation, it's going to be a huge life transformation. So that's the
Mhm.
energy, and I want everybody who comes to me and who's going to, be, even if it's on for one session, I want them to take this energy from me and just, preach it to the world. Like, woman, you can do it. Why are you giving up so soon? Just go for it, just
Mhm.
do it. And life really is all about energy. It doesn't matter what you want or where you are. If you are on an elevated energy, especially like I was saying the other day, oh, you were not there. I'm so sorry. Like the other day,
No,
there
but
was problems.
I watched the replay, and I sent you a message because I thought
Yes, thank you so
it
much.
was super empowering. It
Oh,
was
glad.
wonderful.
Okay. There was a woman who asked me about it, and that's what I would tell you as well. Just the moment after you wake up, like protect that moment, try to be on an elevated state, and it's pretty hard, I know, because we really cannot control our thoughts, what we think on the first day, on the first moment of our day. But the moment we open our eyes, that's when the theta state of our brain is active. So however you feel at that moment is how your entire day and ultimately your entire life gets impacted. And this is the reason why most people who are successful, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, anybody you can think of, Tony Robbins, they all talk about fixing the morning routine, just get up, do some meditation, do some yoga, listen to the birds, listen to something good, hug your family member, pet your cat or your dog, whatever you have to do. And it's really easy to go into a state of high energy and positive energy. We just need to tap into it. And the more you're going to do it, and the more you're going to get organized, your life is just kind of revolves. It's kind of, it becomes a totally different place to where you would be when you originally start. So this is a hack you can try, and I would encourage everybody else to try. Just try to be in a really happy and a really pure and positive state after you wake up. You can also listen to something on YouTube, although taking the phone, you might also get a business email, and that is completely going to ruin your day. That is a risk. But otherwise, you could just go and sit in a quiet corner and just focus on your breathing. Perhaps you could keep your Wi-Fi or your internet off and just have a recording and listen to that recording of yourself affirming. Have you listened to the affirmations that today is a good day? I'm going to be. Have you downloaded that yet? It was in the.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember which day it was, but yes.
It was there. Okay. Things like
Uh-huh.
that. If you just keep it on your phone or on anything, and then you just listen to it, that today is going to be a great, or you could even write it down on a paper and you can just read it after you wake up. It's going to be a great day. I feel amazing. I'm loved. I'm happy. I'm grateful to the universe. I'm successful. Whatever you want, especially the things that you want in your life. If you want more success in your career, I'm a really super successful so and so. The more you're going to say it, your energy is going to take you slowly to that desired state. So that's pretty amazing. You can try it. Yeah. So we are almost in an hour, but I really wanted to do that with you since you're the only one here. I'm just going to pour everything on you.
Okay.
So basically, what I wanted to do today is to celebrate our little goals, our little achievements. Okay. So I just want you all, there is no all today. People who are going to watch this recording, they're going to be laughing.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, whoever is watching this recording, you were not there, but Pam is, and she has really done amazing in all of them. But you can also do it too. I mean, if you're watching the recording, probably you are consistent. It's just that the timing probably doesn't match or something is also there. But yeah,
It might be Thanksgiving week too. People might be traveling.
Yes,
Yeah.
there could be so many reasons, really. So yeah, we really don't know. So Pam, what are you going to celebrate? I'm going to give you some time to think about it. Okay, just think
Okay.
about something, your small goals. Something that has happened in the past week. It could be something really small, but what could you celebrate today? Okay, I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to give you like 1 minute. Just think about it.
Okay.
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 What are the
Um,
small goals? Yeah.
okay. Two things that I want to celebrate. The first is that I didn't quit or give up because I wasn't 100% perfect, and that I learned that that's okay, and the only way to keep going is to keep going. But the second one, which I think is almost even bigger for me, is that um, I've I've been tuning more into my body and understanding that the energy that I'm looking for is not going to come from a stress driven energy or a
Mhm.
caffeine driven or nervous driven, but from a place of being centered and um, calm, and that energy can be more powerful,
Mhm.
that that I really want to tap into, because I've lived my life from a stressed driven energy,
Mhm.
pushing myself and not centering myself.
Wow.
So the fact that I realized that there needs to be that switch there
Mhm.
is definitely something I want to celebrate.
Awesome. Yes. And I would celebrate that with you too, because that's something many people really struggle with. And in fact, I used to struggle with that as well, living in that tense state, living in that, like, what should I say? It's like always being on a pedestal. Like it's always like running after something and not really knowing what I'm after,
Mhm.
that feeling of
Yeah.
tension that, yeah, I have to get something. And how I fixed it, and I'm going to add this also in the 6 month session, and how you can also fix it, inside everyone's body, inside in our energy fields, actually, not in our body, there are two forms of energy: yin and yang, masculine and feminine. So I wonder if you know about it or have heard it or not. It doesn't matter which gender you're in. If you're a man or a woman, we all have both these states of energy. So whenever one is like wounded, if it's the feminine which is wounded, or if it's the masculine which is wounded, that's when we experience some kind of problem. So the masculine energy inside us all is the energy that wants to control, wants to be ambitious, wants to have goals. It's basically the energy that makes us do stuff after we wake up in the morning and we feel like I have to go and finish that presentation. I have to start this business. That's the masculine energy. And the feminine one is more about feeling the flow, being emotion, having emotion, being in love, feeling love, enjoying the rain. It's the more of that dreamy state we have, when we wake up in the morning, we're daydreaming about something or someone. That's the feeling of emotion. So a lot of people think that there is a misconception about, in many people I have seen online, they think that the feminine women should have more feminine energy and men should have more masculine energy. It's not really like that, because in energy dynamic, that really doesn't matter. The gender doesn't really matter. What will happen if a person, regardless of gender, has more masculine energy and less feminine energy is what we experienced. We always feel stressed. We feel like we should not practice self-love. We should not give ourselves time to relax. We need to keep on chasing our goals. We need to keep on conquering our goals. We need to have something to do all the time. And then when we have too much feminine energy, we probably will not get our goals done. We'll be like in that dreamy state all day, imagining things, feeling love. But at the end of the day, we're going to feel like we have an empty life. We haven't accomplished anything because we were not in that control state. We were not in that taking charge state. So to really get into a balanced state, you need to just flow with the energies all throughout the day. And that really happens naturally. Whenever you think that you have been having a really busy week, like you had a lot of meeting, you had a lot of presentation, it could be even Zoom meetings, if you had to do those, you're giving away your energy. And in your energy field, you're stressing yourself, you're giving effort. So that's when you need to realize that, okay, today I just need to relax, have some spa, get a massage, listen to some music. I need to feel loved. I need to feel, you could also go and get some time with nature, just lie down on the grass, listen to some comforting music, just basically the practice of self-love. Whenever you're on that mode,
Mhm.
just balance it out that, okay, now I just need to give back the love to myself instead of just giving to others. Oh, one more thing is that people who are leaders, like CEO or directors, they usually have more masculine energy. Whether they're men or women doesn't matter, because they're always
Mhm.
having a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. Their team looks up at them. They have to be the provider for everybody. So that's when they really need to balance it out with just letting things go and just allowing others to provide for you, whether it be through emotion or just any other way, through a massage. So the more you're going to balance it out throughout the day, the more you're going to be conscious about it. A time will come that you will yourself understand that, okay, I've been in that stressful mode. Now I need to, set an appointment with my therapist or with my, in
Mhm.
the spa. And, I just need to relax. I just need to let go. And when that happens, you're going to feel it through your body. When you feel that stress going away, whatever you do, however you could experience it, it doesn't have to be through a massage, but whatever you do, you're going to feel it just leaving you, and you're going to feel more grounded. And then you can again go back to all your daily duties. You can
Mhm.
go back to ordering or to helping your team, thrive, or to building your empire or whatever you are doing. And then again go back to that soft state, just take a
Yeah.
relaxing bath. You can have some beautiful music when you're in the bath. You could have some fragrant candles at the bath, so that really feels more relaxing. And you could do it with warm water, like not too cold, not too warm, just that gentle feel, and just get into that and just experience it without that hurriedness that I have to go and do something. Just
Mhm.
stop the moment and allow it to just feel good. Allow yourself to feel good, and then it'll be okay.
That's exactly what I meant.
Mhm.
What I know I'm out of balance. So that's exact. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
I had experienced it a lot. And I had no idea that my feminine energy was wounded. Actually, I have been really always into this. Like, I was really ambitious. I always
Mhm.
wanted to change the world and do things and do that.
Mhm.
So if there was a time in my life that if I ever had a moment when I'm not doing anything, like I never used to watch movies, I never used to hang out with friends, I always felt like I have to keep on working and serving. And I used to feel guilty if I was not working, that, oh my god,
Mhm.
how can I just
I-
slack? Yeah. And then I
Mhm.
saw this person talking about it. She said something interesting. Actually, she said that if you have your feminine energy wounded, or she actually put it in a different way. She said that, do you have any problems in the left side of your body? And then I thought about it, that yeah, my left foot had been aching for a long time. My left hand had been aching for a long time. And then she said that the left side of the body is the energy field of femininity. And the right side of the body is masculine. So I don't know how, I'm not sure if it's really true. From what they say, it's probably true. Is that if one of your energies are wounded, if the right side is wounded, I mean, if the masculine is wounded, so you probably will experience some kind of discomfort in the right side. And if the left side has some kind of discomfort, perhaps not totally there, but perhaps your feminine energy is wounded. But you already have a
Mhm.
lot more, what should I say? You already have a lot more guesses. You already are aware that probably your feminine one is wounded because you feel
Yes.
stressed. Yeah. So we don't need
Definitely.
all those physical signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So today, I guess let's wrap it up.
Okay.
I I do you have any more questions?
No, I don't. In fact, this is a perfect time for me to wrap up because I just had some people come in the house. So
Oh, perfect timing. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for being amazing. I'm so proud of your progress. It's
thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. I
thank
appreciate
you.
everything. Okay.
Thank
And
you
you
so
send me the
much.
links, correct?
Of course, I'm gonna send you all the
Okay.
links.
All right.
Congratulations and take care.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Much love.
Bye bye. Like